So it's the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, of course. How about this? I saw this right here. The Dodgers, where is it? Dodgers are the third team of the wild card era to clinch a pennant with just one postseason loss. The 05 White Sox did it 20 years ago, and the 1999 Yankees did it as well. Both of those teams swept their World Series opponents.
So we're going to do tail of the tape. Go through lineups, rotations, and bullpens. Are you the host? Yes? Take us
what does
first.
it say here?
Lineup. The crazy part about the lineup for the Dodgers, when I was covering the championship series, they swept the Brewers, they dominated the Phillies. They hit 223.
I mean, you got to look at it. You can't look at it on paper, though. You got to look at it matchup based and who's swinging the bat in the moment. Right? The bottom half of Toronto Blue Jays lineup has been really effective.
Yeah, but I think the top when you found
and then you got
Shohei.
So is Teo and Tommy and Kike.
Yeah, well, they're handling.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
That's crazy at the top.
These guys trump. They have to.
But what I'm saying is they swept the Brewers and they almost swept the Phillies and they hit 220 while doing it. Think about that.
Yeah, average gets punted though.
So if we can assume that the Dodgers lineup we give the edge to, does the possibility of Bo Bichette being put into the lineup, how does that factor into how you compare the two?
Well, listen, if I'm John Snyder, I don't mess with what's been working.
Okay.
Other than because you can't have, when you look at George Springer, he's hobbling right now.
Yes.
And you can't
put him out on the
station. And you can't have any mishaps. We saw what happened with Seattle.
Are you willing to take the chance to put him in the field?
That's the point I'm making. Like you can't worry about what you've been working. Defense is everything for me.
Yeah. And
you don't know. Listen, if he could DH, bring him. Do I want him on my roster? Yes. This is not about not having him.
Yeah.
It's about what has been working for you and what you've gotten from these guys up the middle defense-wise.
So, D-Ro, it's almost like you're for a bullpen pitcher or for Chris Bassett back in Game 7. Find the lane. Maybe that's the route they go with Bo Bichette if they don't put him out in the field, right?
Imagine deploying him off the bench against a lefty.
Yes.
That'll keep Dave Roberts. Vesia,
right?
He matches up really good. I know it's induced vertical break at the top of the zone, but I like Bo Bichette's chances in that matchup.
Well, we haven't seen much of the bullpen for the Dodgers. Let's show you the rotation side by side, and it has been just a masterclass. It's 4 aces on the left. It just is.
Yeah, this figured itself out on the left side, right? This is where but if you're Toronto, you can't get spooked by what you've seen in that series against the Brewers. This right here is a makeshift, but I think it's one of those ones when you look at the Jays, it's been working. They understand. Shane Bieber, I watched him the other night. He can't nibble. He has to go after guys. He has to be his best version of what we've seen from him. Yeah. He's healthy. Scherzer, that is what they need to lean on, the experience of him and then what he's done.
Remember J.P. Morosi, D-Ro, talking about Chris Bassett.
So crazy. I see these names, and it's like Cy Young.
Yeah.
Won. Biggest story in the game going in postseason. And
you're still going with
right.
Right now, in this moment, back in 5 years ago, in the moment, Max, when Shane were at the top of the food chain, this is unhittable. He's been unhittable. He only has to be unhittable for 5.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
He's a unicorn.
When he went 4 compared to when he went 9, what was the difference?
Who's that?
Yamamoto. When he went 4 against the Phillies and they scored, 5 or 6 off of him, whatever it was.
Yeah, I think he's a big command guy for me with Yamamoto. He likes to deploy all his pitches and empty the bucket early because he doesn't know what he's going to need to put you away with late. So I think it's more command-based. But you could say that about everybody. The bottom line is I want to see these arms against Toronto. I want to see the game plan and the quality of at bat, because Blake Snell, he's had clunkers before. Don't kid yourself. They beat them. They're able to beat Blake game 1 and hand the ball to, and we don't know who they're starting yet, hand the ball and get a lead there. Yamamoto gets a ton of pressure put on him.
Sure, or if you squeak out a win like the Phillies almost did in game 1 against Blake, they kept it close, then the bullpen, and they get to him.
But the winner, Blake's on, the game's over.
Yeah.
The winner of
you're trying to sneak one. And he's the right one with Snell in Toronto.
Where I find it hard to believe if Gausman can get through the Dodgers lineup like scot-free. Like somebody might click him,
Well, that's fine. Let it be a solo.
Exactly.
Right. You can't be having 3-run homers
The Dodgers rotation has an ERA of 1.4 this postseason. That's in 10 games. That's on pace to be the lowest in a single postseason all time. Okay, let's talk about the bullpen. This is optimal bullpen for both. The Blue Jays, we know that they had their issues throughout the season, but they got the biggest outs.
Don't get caught up in
Go 4 down.
Right.
Yeah,
Just hand the
when
ball
in
to
doubt,
him.
Louis Varland. But I want people at home to understand, don't get caught up in kind of the name popping out at you. It's the lane they're going to pitch in. It's the shapes. It's the quality of the stuff, right?
Well, you know,
to be able to come in and get outs.
You're right, because when we saw Chris Bassett the other night,
He looked great.
he looked outstanding, and it's based on the lane that he put him in, and also when you have all these high leverage arms, then you're flipping up curveballs. You're throwing something totally against the grain of what we typically see from these
Good
bullpens.
point.
And I like how he threw them out there and got those big 3 outs.
I'd be honest with you. There's one name that just flashes at me.
Where is it?
Because it's going to be the difference between whether the Dodgers win this
Sasaki?
thing. It's Sasaki.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying the fact that you could do what he did at the beginning of the year. Be that like mild and kind of intimidated, want to go down.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe you're Mariano Rivera?
Why wouldn't you, though? It's only one inning.
Because in here,
Yeah.
and in here, I got to believe that there's still doubt. So if I'm the Blue Jays, I got to capitalize on the fact that at some point the moment's going to get
He'll
big.
break, right?
And if he goes through this World Series, and he does dominate, then it's real.
But I'll take the 1 inning
So
right now.
both of you give the edge to the Dodgers? Or
I'm not giving them the edge, though.
Okay.
No, I'm still
Maybe a push.
A push. But
Okay.
this Toronto Blue Jays bullpen, they can handle their business. Like I don't think Snyder is worried about going out there and bringing these guys in the situation that he has to go out. And I just like the fact that you have a Chris Bassett sitting down at the bottom
absolutely.
going, I could throw him. I can use him in a lot of ways.
I was on the phone with Mac during that game. Me and Brian McCann are talking, and Bassett goes through the 8th.
Yeah.
He goes, well, let's bring him back out for the 9th.
Let's go.
He looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
That's
right.
In game.
Hoffman did strike out the side in the ninth.
yeah.
He looked great. Real quick, managers. Obviously, Dave Roberts is going to have the edge.
I mean, there it is.
Resumes
Yeah,
and experience.
Dave's going to Hall of Fame.
But you know what? And Lauren, we were talking about this. John Schneider, he's pushed the right buttons
He really
in some
has.
big key moments.
Yeah.
He has that team together.
What I like about him, he rubs some people wrong way.
You like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like having a little
He's
bit
a
of
Jersey boy.
And I think
Not
it's
everybody.
interesting,
Boy.
and it's easy to say, well, Dave Roberts has the most talent. You have to manage the personalities, right? Remember we talked to him in spring. Everyone wants to be told they're pretty, right? They're a bunch of super duper stars, and he has them playing together.
No, also he has this calm demeanor. Like I watched him throughout the whole game. They have the camera on him a ton.
That's because his starters are going 9.
No, when you're watching Dave, you're watching him. He's sitting back with his glasses on,
Right,
chilling.
right.
Snyder is actually
fight.
chilling. And he had a great, in-game conversation today about, hey, listen, we have to wait this out. Certain dudes are going to, give it to you first through 5 innings. Wait it out, but at some point we're gonna come out on top. I just like his calm demeanor.
Yeah.
As far as just understanding the big moment can't be too big for him.
And I love the fact that who John Schneider surrounds himself with. Don Mattingly.
Yeah.
Has managed, been there, done that. Pete Walker. I played in Toronto. I can make the argument he's the best pitching coach I've ever been around. Like, he is phenomenal. DeMarlo Hale.
Solid.
He should be managing a team somewhere. So, like, he has surrounded himself
Good point.
with A-listers.
Love that.
All right, well, we'll see how it plays out beginning on Friday, Game 1